Hi, I am Lex Michael for Popcorn Talk, and I am here at San Diego Comic-Con, and I am talking to Jason Matthew Smith. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing very, very well. Thank you.
So, all right, I'm very curious because you are a very recognizable component of one of the most iconic franchises in entertainment. Obviously, this wasn't always the case, so I wanted to know first and foremost, how did you, all the way back on Abrams' first Star Trek, how did you get involved in that project in the first place?
Well, I auditioned along with probably 1,000 other guys for the part, and I don't know what JJ saw in me, but I'm happy he saw it, and I auditioned on tape. I got the role about 2 weeks later, and he's a very loyal guy, and I'm just so grateful that he's been bringing me back along for the ride on the Enterprise for the past 8 years now.
Yeah, you do. You pop up in all three of them, including Star Trek Beyond, which is opening this weekend.
That's right.
So, was Star Trek something that you had any particular affinity for before you became a part of it, or it's a job and you're excited to have the job?
Oh, no, absolutely. I love Star Trek. I think it's un-American not to love Star Trek.
Right?
Yeah. So I grew up watching it in syndication in the 70s like every other kid, and then saw the movies when they came out in the theaters, and also all the series from college. I had hardcore Trekkie roommates, so I kind of have learned to love Trek from all of those experiences, and being a part of it is so awesome.
Sure. So you had roommates that were hardcore Trekkies. So when you got this job, were they like, dude?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. They're like, can you steal me a phaser from the set? Can I just get a red shirt? Can you just take anything? I'm like, no, that's theft.
I feel like they tend to frown on that type of thing.
No, definitely. I don't want to be in jail.
So, okay, I have a question. As I was looking over your filmography and I was looking at the Star Trek credits, because you are playing, ostensibly, the same gentleman in all three installments, but I noticed it was interesting to me that, according to IMDb, your credit is different on all three movies. You play, in the first Trek, you play Burly Cadet.
Yes.
In Star Trek Into Darkness, you are credited as Cupcake.
Even though they don't call me Cupcake.
No, I believe you use the term Cupcake.
I did in the first one, but I didn't even say it in the second one, and I still got credited as Cupcake. That's JJ, his sense of humor.
But you had that moment that really stuck with people, and so it's like, hey, you're the Cupcake guy.
Yes, I am forever now Cupcake. In fact, my Twitter handle is Star Trek Cupcake.
Okay, interesting. But see, so for Beyond, you are credited as yet a third credit.
That's true.
Hahndorf, I believe?
Yeah, Lt Handorf. So, I campaigned JJ on the first one relentlessly. You gotta give me a name. I can't be Burly Cadet.
Sure.
And then when it came out, I was like, oh man. And then the second one happened, he was like, all right, we'll give you a name. And then it was Cupcake.
Cupcake.
So now maybe after 3, I think I've paid my dues and I got a name finally.
Sure. But you could spin it in a way that you're almost like the Clint Eastwood Man with No Name of the rebooted Trek series.
I am. I had a fan recently say, you're kind of like the Wedge character in Star Wars. You're there, and what an honor that is, because Wedge is awesome, right? So I'll take it. I'll take being the Wedge of Star Trek.
There are far, far worse things to be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so I have one final question, and it's been on my mind for a little while, ever since it was officially announced that this timeline in the new movies is the Kelvin timeline. In the Kelvin timeline, Lieutenant Handorf is a lieutenant in Starfleet.
Right.
In the regular timeline, if he's not a Starfleet lieutenant, what is the Cupcake name-calling Lieutenant Handorf doing with his life?
I think that he would probably be somewhere in advertising, something like that, maybe? Yeah. I think he would be kind of in a Mad Men type environment, something like that, of the 23rd century.
I would watch that show or a series of films.
Me too.
That sounds pretty excellent. We should pitch that to somebody.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually pitched JJ last night on a series, a web series or a TV series, a little spin-off on my character as being the indestructible red shirt. He's the glitch in the Matrix that cannot die. And he said, oh, I kind of like that. So if we get enough people to write in to JJ. Maybe we can make that happen.
Yes, take my money. Take all of my money. Jason, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for talking with us. Stay tuned for more San Diego Comic-Con coverage from Popcorn Talk. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lex Michael.